Chaz, thank you
Yeah.
for taking the time. Good day
Thank
for you
you.
so far, aside from answering the same questions over and over and over again.
Yes.
Well, Bury the Bride, it's a different kind of character than we've seen from you. Was a lot of prep needed for the role?
Um, yeah. I mean, I had to, because I don't speak for most of the film, it was I had to rely on body language and facial, I so that was something new to me, and but I kind of, ended up relishing the opportunity. It's also it was great being on set and everybody else is trying to get their lines down for the next scene, and I'm like, you know, but yeah, it was, I mean, when I first read the script and found out what character they wanted me to play, I was like, and Chrissy had said to me, the star and writer,
Hmm.
uh, had said, he doesn't speak a lot, just forewarning you. And the first time I read it, I was like, Chrissy, he doesn't speak at all. I mean, he doesn't speak at all until this one section. And they're like, she was like, I know, you got to trust me. This is going to work. It's going to be a great, it's a great important moment in the film. And, you know, just trust me. And I'm, very happy with how it turned out, and I think it adds a lot to the story.
I would say it's the exact opposite of you being cast in Curb Your Enthusiasm, where they go, "Well, Chaz can improvise and Chaz is quick," whereas this is scripted and we don't want you to talk very much.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, so this film was co-written by Chrissy with Spider One, the
Yeah.
singer of Power Man 5000, which is a band that I've liked for a very long time. Did you know Spider or Chrissy was your gateway into the project?
Chrissy and I have the same manager, and
Oh,
he had been kind of telling both of us, you guys, I gotta hook you guys up. You're gonna just get each other and click. And so we got us together, and that's exactly what happened. And so Chrissy and I became, friends almost immediately. Um, and we worked on a couple smaller projects. They used to have a scripted podcast, on Bloody Disgusting. So I did a couple of those, and then I had talked to Chrissy about being interested in producing eventually something, and the script for Barry the Bride was done, and I read it and really liked it a lot, and then Allegoria, they had that was finished, so I could see what Spider's directing looked like, and I liked Allegoria a lot and felt comfortable, and yeah, and we just kind of went for it, and now of course I know them both really well, but yeah, Chrissy was the one who I initially met first.
so one of your co-stars yesterday, I spoke to on another junket, Scout Taylor Compton, and
Uh-huh.
you two are these kinds of people where you go, you don't know if their new project is going to be horror, comedy, fake documentary.
Right.
At the same time, anytime there's a role, I go, yep, that is for Chaz. So, for example, I mentioned Curb before, American
Yeah.
Horror Story, nothing to do with this. But when I see it, I go, that is a curated role. So, this is a compliment as opposed to a question. It's great to see that you take roles that are curated for you and roles that I watch and I go, yep, that makes sense for Chaz, as opposed to going, that's a bank commercial. That's
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it a case of you saying to your manager, I only want stuff that's cool? Or are a lot of these cases where you have been refining the roles to you?
um mm, I mean, look, you put your own stamp on everything that you do, but no, I think that, um, I just try to work with what's on the page, and turn that into, fully developed characters. Uh, so yeah, I've never like had a part written specifically for me.
Hmm. So Bury the Bride, where was it filmed? I asked that because these days you don't know if LA is really LA.
Right. So that we filmed that in Lancaster, California,
Okay.
which is like the high desert. And we got really lucky with our set, with the property that we used, because we had, pretty much every dwelling was there. We had that
Mhm.
the main house. We have this. There's a weird but very cool, like double decker motorhome with a deck attached to it, and then there's this other house that we used that had gotten ruined in a with a leak or something and never fixed. So it was just a great, it was a great location for us because we had everything that we needed there.
So it's a very serious film. Like it starts off without spoiling anything, your typical bridal party, laughing,
Right.
canned humor stuff, and then it goes the more horror fare. When you're making a serious film like that, is the set very morbid, or the second they say cut, are people able to laugh a little bit 30 seconds later?
Yes, I would say that's always been my experience, especially in horror, because you are, doing crazy stuff, and that, yeah. So as soon as the director, the spider yelled cut, we would be, if we weren't going right into another take, chatting. We've all worked with the people in the movie before, so most of them had worked with Chrissy or Spider in other films. I brought two of the guys in that I have known,
Oh,
and so yeah, like the character of David, played by Dylan Rourke. Dylan and I met in our both of our first day in acting class in over a decade ago.
mhm,
So and then Cameron, who plays Bobby, we worked on American Horror Story together.
mhm.
So, and then everybody else, the Chrissy or Spider had worked with. So it was, it was a set that felt very comfortable. We all got along great. We all had a good time together. Um, Plus, Chrissy and Spider have just the most amazing daughter, Elle, who's 3 now. She's here at Panic Fest with us, and she would come in our trailer, start out the night, and it was just hysterical, and would kind of, hold court and have, I don't remember how many actors we were, uh, 9, I think, just nobody say, Al just holding court in there. So it was a kind of a fun family affair thing.
When was the film actually wrapped?
We shot it in May. So
That's really like record breaking time for filming to a film actually coming out.
yeah.
Oh,
Um,
because usually like when I talk to somebody like a Scout Taylor Compton, I have to go like, was this 12 movies ago for you? And
right. Yeah. No, well, yes, Scout works all the time. Um, but yeah, we shot in May. We finished in May, and yeah, I think, we're really lucky, as a, a team of people working together, because Chrissy, she does all the post, and that saves us a lot of time and money, and I think allows for this kind of, quicker turnaround.
are you allowed to say what movie or project is coming out for you next?
We are about to go into pre-production. Well, we are in pre-production in the next film that I'm working on with those guys. So, and I can just say it's going to be great. It's really different than Bury the Bride, and but I think people are going to really like it.
Is it different than the cult movie that you did with Ed Begley Jr.? Because that was a funny one. That was a very
Yeah,
unique
but
one that took a turn.
yeah, no, this is a genre film. This is a horror film. I mean, that's kind of where we all live. And so yeah, no, this isn't a funny one. I'd love to do a horror comedy at some point,
Mhm.
because I do enjoy doing comedy sometime, and it would be really fun to. I mean, I'm a fan of horror comedy too, so it'd be really fun to make one.
Well, two quick questions, and then I'll let you go. And the first one, related to your role on Curb Your Enthusiasm, did you get to keep any of the Latte Larry's merch or swag?
I think I took a hat. Yeah, I think they gave me a hat. A
Because
latte
for
latte.
a fake business or a spite store, they
Yeah.
really did go through the steps of having the aprons, the
Oh
hats,
yeah,
mugs.
yeah, totally.
Okay,
So
so
yeah,
only the hat.
I took the latte Larry hat. Yeah, they let me take one of those.
And then related to Spider One, I'm curious, and you could tell me that is family related. Shut up, Darren. Did Spider One ever say I'm a fan of Dead Z?
Oh, I have no idea. We never talked about it.
Because I would have to imagine that Dead Z inspired Power Man 5000.
Interesting.
Well, hey, the bottom line, Chaz, it's great to see you steadily working. Looking
Thank
forward to that project that you mentioned coming soon. And congratulations on Bury the Bride.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Paltrocast.